All right, so Brock Purdy, the good story of the season for the 49ers. He's finally faced what felt like a real playoff game. He was down. It went back and forth. He was clutch. He brought the team back twice. Along the way, he missed some throws that he made in the past. What did you think of his performance in this game, Larry?
Well, I mean, you got to remember what we're looking at. We're looking at a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
So that's his reality. He's a 23-year-old guy who's seeing everything for the first time, playing only his second road game. But I thought I'm not really, I'm looking at it from a personnel standpoint. I'm not necessarily looking at it as just a straight grade across the board, because you're right.
Mm-hmm.
There was some adversity here. He did miss some throws. He had a couple throws tipped that could have gone either way. But I just see glimpses of the most high-end quarterback that I've seen play for the Niners in years. I mean, the 3rd and goal play where he pivots around quickly, glides kind of effortlessly to the right spot in the pocket, and then throws a dime to Kittle in the corner of the end zone, layering it over linebackers, but now keeping it at a level where Kittle didn't have to make some Herculean leap. I mean, that was a flat out dime, and
made it look easy.
That one stood out to me. And then the Ayuk off the play action on the 2nd and 6 on the first drive, I thought that was a dime. So, and then of course he had 4 scoring drives after they fell behind by 10. So I feel good about that as well. So I know, it's not always gonna be pretty. The bottom line is there's 17 games over 18 weeks. You're not going to have your A effort. I don't want to say the Niners took the Raiders lightly, but they're not up for that game the way they would be up for other games. And even in that situation, I thought he showed incredible plays. So I was very encouraged by what I saw from Brock.
I was too. I mean, the fact that he brought the team back twice at the end and made those beautiful throws, particularly the slants to the left to Ayuk.
The Ayuk, yeah. Late. Oh, yeah.
It was perfect. It was like Joe Montana throwing to Jerry Rice on slants. I mean, perfect timing, perfect ball placement. What I did notice, though, was his worst throws were the ones down the field. The one to Kittle, he said he didn't see the DB. It was underthrown. Had he put 3 more yards on it, it would have been caught. The one to Jennings that was broken up at the goal line, had he put 2 more yards on it, it would have been caught. So does he not have the arm? I don't know. I'm not saying that. Maybe he just missed a couple throws, short in one game. That's something, because it seemed like in the last few games he was nailing those. I'm thinking back to, what was it against?
I think he kind of admitted on the Kittle one, Grant, that he kind of threw it to him,
laid it up.
Like threw it up for him, and then didn't see the defender in the middle of zone kind of dropping deeper, and didn't have a count of him, because that's the player who made the play on the ball. But you're absolutely right. That throw's got to be 15 yards or 10 feet or 15 feet, I should say, beyond where it was, where Kittle's got to catch that, or that's got to fall incomplete.
Right.
And that ball hung for the defender. But there's also there's got to be some learning curve to playing the position.
Of course.
I didn't expect a beeline to the top, but he does have the best quarterback rating in the entire league since he started playing.
Right. I'm not pointing this out to say that, see, he's not a franchise quarterback. I'm pointing it out to say, look, we saw what would be perceived as his weaknesses. They still scored 37 points. So what I want to say is, stepping back, even if you have questions about Brock, and this game brought those up, the offense is scoring 32.6 points per game with Brock on the field. There is no team averaging 32.6 points per game this year. The best is Kansas City at 29.1. So again, even if he has some weaknesses and can't always hit certain throws down the field, if this is what the offense is with him, he's not going anywhere. This is the guy.